the second half? What did the Stamps do that made like
Nothing really. We talked at halftime. They're going to play a little bit press man, right? Take our RPO game away, and unfortunately, I probably could have ran a little bit more and shortened the clock. I tried to get our quarterbacks comfortable, and I just told the locker room, just now, I just felt like I let them down. I didn't call the best game in the second half. So our guys fought. All in this loss, and it falls on my shoulders.
can you explain like maybe what else you kind of think you could have done different?
Well, we could have been more creative as far as like quick game, RPO and stuff like that. Like we only ran about 30% of our plays, right? So we got a lot more we can call next week. Yeah, I just feel awful. I feel like I let the guys down.
Is there anything like there was only in the third quarter? Was there something you could have done? There was only 1 point scored. Like, is there some different you could have done to put the game away there?
Yeah, I mean, just understand the clock. We try to do that, right? And we're trying to get our quarterback some easy completions and different things. And they play well. Unfortunately, I didn't call a better game.
Yeah, and even though it's a tight game, what can you say about Cameron Dukes?
Well, Cam fought. I thought he seen the field well, and unfortunately, had a few batted balls where he had a chance to move the chains. And I thought Cam fought hard, and we just had a few mistakes. Like one time we had a pass run called. We killed a play to a pass, and we blocked the run, and he gets a sack right at midfield. So maybe I shouldn't give us those two options. I don't know, but we got to get to the drawing board and figure this stuff out. Right, we're a 500 football team, and we got to be better.
And the same two teams go at it again, right away.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, unfortunately, look at our Grey Cup year. We were 4-5. Calgary beat us, there to make us 4-5. So we're going home again to play them. We got to win a home football game and get back on track, and then get healthy for the bye week. But it's an important game, on Friday. We got to win this sucker, and we got to go back to the drawing board. But I feel good about our locker room. We got a good unit. We haven't been playing our best football, but the fight's there. Defense, special teams fighting. Offensively, we're just, we're not there yet. And at this stage in the season, you'd hope you're there, but we're not. And you know what? We just got to go to work. We got to find ways to get better. We're not out of the playoff picture, right, by any means. So, we can't just go in the tank. We just got to go to work.
Thank you.
Let's go now to David Morisuti from Sportsnet.
Ryan, it seemed like just one of those games where the offensive line really struggled with the physicality of the Calgary defense, especially the defensive line there. Very unusual.
Yeah, no doubt. I think our O-line played well, but we threw the ball too much. We could have got the run game going a little bit more. I just want our quarterbacks to feel a little bit more comfortable. But I mean, we're running for just as many yards as we're throwing, so maybe we got to dive into that a little bit. But I thought Cam did some good stuff, didn't turn the ball over, and gave our receivers a chance to make a play. But I'll give a shout out to our receivers. I know the stats weren't there. I've been hard on them all week, but they showed up. I'm very proud of that unit and our fight, and I'm happy with our locker room. I know we lost, but those guys show up. They're working. We just got to get better.
Thanks, Ryan.
And let's go to Frank Stanici.
Hey, Ryan, I hope this isn't an unfair question, but I just wonder how much of an impact is it when your big ticket quarterback is starting to become part of the equation? Does it muddle things up at all, do you think? Is there something you have to do to kind of get people focused that he's not here and wait till he is here type thing?
No, I don't think so. I think, the guys has been, controlling the locker room that is here. And we got a tight locker room. Those guys understand that. So I don't think that's a problem by any means. If we ever get a chance to get Chad back in the locker room, he'll fit in with the rest of the group. And we have a great locker room, right? So I don't think we're looking past, this game, looking forward to him coming back. We just got to play better football. And we didn't tonight. And I didn't call a good game either.
You're learning as a coach. I mean, a lot of us watched you early. You've had success early. How do you feel? Not that you're having any failure. It's just in comparison to what you had before. How are you dealing with this season, though, so far?
Well, we knew kind of going into it about 12 weeks ago, it was going to be a challenge, right? And each year it ain't going to be handed to you. You got to go work for it. You got to earn it. And we're far from a polished team. And now that's the thing is we got to go work and earn it, which is the great part about becoming a man and a football guy, right? Like, let's go get it. It's not easy. We're not playing great football. But it's right in front of us, like I told the group tonight. And, very proud of that fight. And, it was a game we should have won. We didn't. It happens. But we can't let it dictate our season, right? Let's learn from it. Let's get better. Let's go to work and let's find ways to get better, right? And then that starts with the coaching staff too, right? How can we get these guys in better spots, right? So, let's go. I mean, the best thing about it is we got them back in 5 days, right before the bye week, and it's almost a must win for us right now.
Can you talk about what happened in the second half, the adjustments the Stamps made, and how they made your life a little more difficult?
Yeah, I think they brought a little bit more pressure in the second half. We just went stalemate a little bit on offense, and we can't do that. We put our defense in a tough spot. We just got to find ways to, battle through that and sustain drives more and, put points on the board.
And did you feel like you haven't had a ton of starts in this league? Like, what do you feel like you learned today specifically?
Yeah, just be prepared for those kinds of adjustments. And I think it's something you learn along the way. In every game that you play. There's always a learning process to this. Like you said, I'm early in my career, but there's no excuse to that. We got to be ready. I'm on the field playing. We got to be ready for those things to come. And like I said, we got to sustain drives.
And your coach here was kind of emotional and told us that he put the loss on himself for his play calling. Like, how do you view that? Like, what was his words to you after the game?
Yeah, just like he said here, he put it on himself, but the locker room had his back, and we put it on ourselves. This is a whole team game. This is the ultimate team game, and it's not on one man to win or lose a game. At the end of the day, it's about all 12 on the field at one time, and it's about everybody on the sideline, everybody in the locker room. We have his back just like he has our back. So for him to come out here and say that, it's a lot of respect for him in the locker room, and I know he has a lot of respect for us in the locker room too, and we're all behind him like he's behind us.
And lastly, you play these guys pretty soon. What's the key to turning this around for next game?
We just gotta stay hungry. We're ready to get to work this week. This is a sour taste in our mouth right now. We felt like we let this one slip, and we're ready to get to work. Thanks.
Let's go to David Morsuti from Sportsnet. Dave.
Cam, I know obviously sting of the loss, but how important is it to not let what happened, especially in this fourth quarter, really keep you guys down, considering it's going to be a short turnaround here for you guys?
Yeah, like you said, we got to have the right mindset with it. We can't be about it. We got to be hungry. We got to let people fire. We got to get back to work, go back to work right away.
There were moments, especially for yourself, where you were able to kind of get back to think to you the way that makes your offense really successful. What does it mean, though, to try to get that to be more consistent from start to finish, though, for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what we're shooting for. Like consistency on offense and, like you just said for myself, just being more consistent out there with just like everything you just said. That kind of consistency, sustaining drives, helping our defense out, utilizing the field position, just putting points on the board. We got to do more of it.
All right. Thanks, Cam.
Thank you.
Frank Stanici from Candid Frank Live.
Thanks for doing this. As a quarterback, and I know people keep emphasizing that you're relatively new as a starter, what can you take from games like today and use to your advantage? Like, what did you learn today in the way the game went in your mind that we haven't mentioned yet?
Yeah, I think it's just at times seeing things pre-snap and just trusting what I'm seeing. Taking more of the throws that might not be our first, second reads in our progression, but just, getting through the progressions quicker just because of what we're seeing on the field. And I think that as a quarterback, as I, keep processing that kind of stuff, it's just going to make me better in the game and help our offense out even more.
How's a game like this going to affect you guys in the quarterback room, you think?
I think it's going to make us even more hungry. We have a hungry, close-knit quarterback room right now, and it's just, everything that we want to do is just work. We want to get better, regardless of who's going, who's playing, and we just want to win. I mean, that's all we want to do. We don't want to lose. I mean, nobody wants to lose, right? So it's just that, we got to keep going.